Greetings, children. Captain Disillusion here. I was just admiring this pen given to me by the Duke of Delaware in a parallel timeline. It's a powerful tool. You can use it to write an essay that changes the world, or as a weapon to swiftly kill everyone in the room. However, this particular pen doesn't write very well, but rather than throw it away, I'm going to use it in my pen mosaic of what I think Carl Sagan and Neil deGrasse Tyson's baby would look like. Perfect. You can tell a lot about a person by the way they deal with malfunctioning technology, and one of the buggiest technologies ever is being used by you right now. Web video.
When I see a weird video glitch, it makes me think of how much I hate the unreliable quality of most streaming video services, with their pauses and wild fluctuations in resolution. I need to see a consistent level of detail when I'm watching my art films. But some people, when they see a video glitch, it makes them think of aliens. Aliens hiding among us. The idea has been a staple of science fiction since the 1930s, but then this British weirdo wrote some conspiracy books taking it seriously, and now, I kid you not, there are actual adults who believe that reptilian aliens have infiltrated the highest levels of government and media, and disguised as world leaders and celebrities, they control the major events of our world to suit their devious alien agenda. Their evidence? Why, the glitches, of course. See, they're not glitches at all, but wardrobe malfunctions in the alien's sophisticated human disguise. Is it a physical costume, or a holographic facade, or do they have natural shape-shifting abilities? Yes, all of that. Doesn't matter. The point is there's a conspiracy and you can't see it because your eyes aren't open. You've got to be attuned like me to notice these things every time they happen to a world-famous person on international TV. Please visit my website, wakeupsheeple.ugh.
Look, I already debunked one of these reptilian things a while back, but they keep showing up. There's even a Justin Bieber one now. So, in case you ever find yourself in a debate with a believer in this ridiculous conspiracy, let me explain once and for all the exact details behind how and why this type of video glitch happens.
To make video files smaller and easier to stream, godless scientists invented compression. There are two types of video compression, intraframe and interframe. With intraframe, each individual frame is kept as a unique picture and stripped down as much as possible. This keeps the motion looking as good as the original, but it doesn't reduce file size by much, so it's mostly used by professionals. Interframe compression goes further by only using full intra-recorded pictures, called iframes, once in a while and filling the rest of the space with a different kind of data called predicted picture frames, or p-frames. P-frames only carry information on how to move pieces of the last iframe, called macro blocks, around to simulate the motion that happens in subsequent frames. Basically, P-frames wear iframes like a skin suit and puppeteer them around until the next proper iframe can take over. Nowadays, they've also introduced another kind of frame called a bi-predictive frame, but I'm gonna need a signed parental consent form to tell you about those. Anyway, normally this works okay and cuts down on file size. But sometimes, if iframes are really far apart and one of them gets skipped in a badly copied file or a live stream from Pretty Boy Prison, the P-frames keep distorting the picture way beyond what looks acceptable. They're working from too old a reference. Like if someone blinked and the iframe where their eyes open back up gets skipped, P-frames go on moving the closed eyelids around like they're eyeballs, and suddenly a bunch of conspiracy theorists need to change their pans.
Please, somebody try to give me a logical explanation for that.
I just did, asshole. It's called
video technology.
In fact, some people have embraced this defect and turned it into an art form called glitch hacking, or data moshing, or pixel f***ing. There's no consensus on the name, but it looks super trippy and out there. There's even been whole music videos done in this style. Hey look, here comes Kanye West to cash in on the latest indie trend of 2009.
There are some excellent YouTube tutorials on how to data mosh using free open source software. Check them out and try making some psychedelic videos of your own. Maybe, just maybe, if the effect keeps being popularized through creative work, there'll be no one left to take the conspiracy mongers seriously. But now I'm afraid it's time for me to go, kids. A pharmacy in Sarasota is refusing to sell a non-homeopathic cold remedy to a pregnant atheist transitional fossil, and she's a Pisces, so you know it's good for her aura. Remember, love with your heart, use your head for everything else. Captain Disillusion! Remember, love with your heart, use your head for everything else. Cut!
Tail slate.
Hi, I'm Alan Meligjanian, creator of Captain Disillusion. I hope you don't mind me pulling back the curtain on the movie magic this one time to let you know how grateful I am that so many of you watch my weird videos. Seeing a growing list of over 58,000 subscribers get so excited every time I post something new makes me feel very happy. And also pretty guilty, because we all know I haven't been posting videos as often as I should. But I'm here to tell you that that has now changed. This year I've made a pledge to post a video every single month, at least. And you can always keep track of this fact and know exactly when the next video is coming through a countdown on the Captain Disillusion website. Now, I want to make it clear that this isn't because a company is now sponsoring me or a studio is producing this as a web series. It's still just me making videos in my spare time. I'm just making a concerted effort to bring you more, because you deserve it. I've also taken the advice so many of you have given me on Facebook and Twitter and joined Patreon. Patreon is a website that lets viewers like you become patrons of your favorite independent artists, like me, by supporting them through crowdfunding. It's a great system that's existed since the beginning of civilization. Leonardo da Vinci had some patrons, and that's how he was able to create some of the most inspiring works in history, like the Mona Lisa, or his early concept drawing for a weapon of mass murder. Imagine what you and I can do if we made it possible for Captain Disillusion to eventually be my full-time job. Now, whether you choose to be a patron or not, I'm still making these videos, and since I'm doing it monthly now, there's going to be a lot of extra content that might not be interesting to a casual viewer, but it makes for perfect Patreon rewards for fans that choose to support me. So if you look at the bottom of my Patreon profile, you'll see the different tiers of support you can sign up for, and depending on what you choose, you can get access to behind-the-scenes footage, bloopers and outtakes, secret posts about what videos I'm working on next, high-resolution downloads of artwork from the animated segments, and if you're a fellow YouTuber or a filmmaker, I'm also posting video tutorials about how I do some of my production and visual effects so that you can apply them to your own projects. There's a whole bunch of other rewards you can read about on the profile page. If you sign up and you change your mind later, you can always cancel at any point. Or you can do like a community thing and you can cancel but then come back again and then cancel and come back. All I ask is that you check it out for the sake of rational thinking, skepticism, the love of visual effects, geeky movie references, and a friend of mine named Captain Disillusion. So you finally sold out. No, I'm just trying to get independent support from my viewers. And you actually think people are going to want to this. I'm a good garbage in their feed. Do good work, and I deserve. You are nothing, my friend. No, you're never going to accomplish anything. You're never going to amount to anything. I'm not going to listen to this anymore. I don't have to listen to you anymore.